China has the oldest continuous civilization on Earth. Over 5,000 years of recorded history. Emperors who commanded armies of millions. Builders who constructed structures that defied the limits of human capacity. And beneath all of that history, beneath the mountains and plains and ancient cities, there are secrets so well hidden that some were not discovered until the 21st century. China is also one of the most controlled information environments on Earth. What the government classifies stays classified. What the government restricts stays restricted. Today on the Forbidden Files, we go to those restricted places and we uncover what China does not want to the world to discuss. Welcome back to the Forbidden Files. I am your host. Today we end our week with what may be the most extraordinary collection of secrets we have covered yet. China, the oldest living civilization and its most forbidden mysteries. Secret number 1, the Emperor's Sealed Tomb. In 1974, Chinese farmers digging a well broke through into a chamber that changed our understanding of the ancient world. Below the ground, thousands of life-size terracotta soldiers, each one unique, each with individually carved facial features. A buried army. Over 8,000 soldiers have been excavated, along with horses, chariots, musicians and officials, all created to accompany China's first emperor into the afterlife. But here is what most people do not know. The terracotta army is not the main attraction. It is the outer guard surrounding a central tomb still completely unexcavated. That ancient records describe as the most extraordinary construction in human history. The ancient historian Sima Qian described the tomb's interior, a ceiling inlaid with gems representing the night sky. Rivers of liquid mercury flowing through mechanically reproduced landscapes of China. Crossbow, booby traps still cocked and ready to fire. Modern scientific testing has confirmed elevated mercury levels in the soil, directly above the tomb, exactly consistent with Sima Qian's description. The tomb is real. The mercury is real. China has not opened it. The official reason, excavation technology is not yet advanced enough. But the tomb has been detectable and unexcavated for over 50 years of modern archaeology. What is China waiting for? And what else is inside the tomb that the government is not ready for the world? Secret number 2, China's hidden pyramids. Most people know Egypt's pyramids. Fewer know Mexico's. Almost nobody outside China knows about China's pyramids. There are over 40 pyramid-shaped burial mounds in Shaanxi province. The largest Maoling mausoleum rises nearly 47 meters and covers a base area larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. For most of the 20th century, China denied these structures existed. Aerial photographs taken by the American pilots in 1947 showed massive pyramid shapes and were classified by the US military. Journalists who tried to visit were turned back by Chinese authorities. Today the pyramids are acknowledged, but surrounded by restricted zones. No excavation has been permitted. They are planted with trees, possibly deliberately, making aerial observation more difficult. What is inside? Ancient records such as tombs of Han Dynasty emperors with treasures of extraordinary scale, but like the King Shi Huang tomb, they remain sealed. China has the largest collection of unexcavated royal tombs in the world, and it shows no urgency to open any one of them. Secret number 3, the Longyou caves. In 1992, villagers in Zhejiang province began pumping water out of what they thought were flooded quarries. After weeks of pumping, the water dropped and revealed something that stunned everyone who saw it. Not quarries, 24 enormous man-made caves, carved from solid sandstone to depth of up to 30 meters, covering 30,000 square meters. Interior walls covered from floor to ceiling in precisely carved parallel lines, creating a pattern of extraordinary uniformity across every surface. Here is the mystery. These caves, one of the largest ancient underground complexes ever discovered, appear in absolutely no historical record, no ancient Chinese text, no local legend, no archaeological record of any kind. A construction project requiring millions of hours of labor, and not a single written reference to it. Anywhere in Chinese history, the parallel lines are carved at a consistent 60-degree angle across every surface, ceiling, walls and pillars, with a consistency that would be extraordinarily difficult, even with modern tools in such confined spaces. No tools have been found, no waste stone, no ramps, no evidence of how the excavated rock was removed, as if the caves simply appeared, fully formed, and were then forgotten by everyone who built them. Secret number 4. The Tarim Basin Mummies. In the Tarim Basin of western China, one of the most remote deserts on earth, archaeologists have discovered mummies, over 200 of them extraordinarily well preserved. The mummies are remarkable not just for their preservation, but for what they look like. Tall, long-nosed, with naturally blondy red and brown hair, wearing plaid woolen clothing strikingly similar to Celtic patterns found in ancient Europe. These mummies are not Chinese. They are not East Asian in any physical characteristics. They appear, by every physical measurement, to be Caucasian Europeans, found in Chinese desert over 3,000 years ago, thousands of kilometers from Europe, at a time when that journey would have been considered completely impossible. DNA testing confirmed they were a population previously unknown to science, neither East Asian nor European, but a distinct ancient people with no known connection to each other. Oh, what were who? Who were they? How did they get there? Where did they come in? Where did they go? China restricted access to these mummies for years. When testing was finally permitted, the results rewrote the known history of human migration across Asia, and the implications of what these people represent are still being debated today. A sealed royal tomb filled with rivers of mercury and armies of dead, 40 pyramids, China denied for decades, caves of impossible construction with no historical record, and mummies of a lost civilization that rewrote human migration history. China is not just a modern superpower, it is one of the oldest mysteries on earth, and beneath its surface, literally and figuratively, it is still hiding secrets the world has not been allowed to see. Which of these secrets surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe and follow the Forbidden Files. That is 5 days in 5 countries of mysteries. New week starts Monday. Stay curious, stay questioning. Take care.